her name was Ellen Taylor. He was talking about her. I don't know what I thought, because I couldn't see Ellen. I didn't know that she was in the room or whatever. But after he spoke about her, she walked across the stage and she got a microphone and she sang to the crowd. She sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow. She was 4 years old. She was completely bald, and she was an absolute ray of sunshine and hope. And so we're going to introduce you to Ellen Taylor. AML, which is acute myeloid leukemia. It's a very aggressive leukemia. Robert was the sixth, that's the number 6, the 6th patient in St. Jude history to have that mutation. That's how rare his cancer was. Now, making Robert's story even more interesting, even more special, there was a young lady who lived a couple of streets over for him named Raven, also from Butler County, Kentucky. Raven was the 12th patient in St. Jude history to have the same genetic mutation of AML that Robert had. Robert's treatment was so experimental, it had never been done before. He had such an adverse reaction to it, it basically burned his entire body. And in addition to battling cancer, Robert basically became a burn victim and was shedding his skin. His mother has always said, she still maintains, that she firmly believes that her son's treatment and the experimental protocols that he was put through, that he paved the way for other kids to survive this. Robert didn't survive this. He died at the age of 15 years old. When we wrote this song for Robert, I sent a message to his aunt, who I've known forever. I'd never really realized this relationship, but I sent the message to his aunt, and I said, hey, we're writing a song for Robert this year for our St. Jude Radiothon. It's called There's Another Star in the Sky. And she immediately responded back. She says, oh my gosh, my heart just dropped. And I said, well, what are you talking about? She said, Robert, we just found out that Robert's story is going to be included in a book. And that book is called Why There Are Stars in the Sky. We had no clue. So this is Robert's song. This is called There's Another Star in the Sky.
Her
has adrenal cortical carcinoma. Okay? It's a cancer that's so rare, 1 in 3 million children get it. That's how rare it is. Unfortunately for Ella, she's that one. We were at Memphis the day that Ella finished her final chemotherapy treatment. And she was so excited. We were in K Cafe, and she looked like this in the picture. And she was so excited, and she ran over to us because she had met us in Memphis, and she ran over at a conference. She ran over to us. She was like, I finished chemo today, and she was so pumped. And her mom, Gina, grabbed me by the arm, and she whispered in my ear, she says, I don't have the heart to tell her it's probably going to come back. And the problem with adrenal cortical carcinoma is that it does come back, it's terminal. But here's the real miracle that is Ella Dreamer. Ella has to go to Memphis every year for scans. In fact, oddly enough, our trip to Memphis often coincides with hers. In fact, 2 years ago, we were down there, and Vanna White was there the same day that we were. Wow. And Ella was, seriously, Ella was having a treatment, and she was not happy at all. And this girl is a firecracker. Yeah. She told Vanna White she looks like a grandmother.
Vanna White was bringing a lot of money with her as well.
Vanna White was holding a check for $1 million. And Ella Dreamer basically dated her like 30 years. She is one of our favorite kids we have ever met. And I'll tell you this, she was actually in Memphis in January. Her mother was a complete nervous wreck because Ella likes to protect her mom. So a lot of times Ella will get lumps and not tell her mom. In fact, last year that happened. They showed up in Memphis. Gina, the mother, thought that everything was going to be fine. They go for the routine exam. There are knots underneath Ella's arms. She never told her mom. And Gina said, well, that's what she does. She wants to protect her mom. This year they went back for scans. Somehow, against every single odd possible, that child has no signs of cancer in her body. They're Native American descent. Their last name, they have the coolest name ever. Their last name is Dreamer. I mean, how do you win that lottery?
They gave you a lot to work with on this song. Just start now.
I'm a Benefield. I mean, Dreamer. So this song is Ella's song. We absolutely love her, and this song is for her.
The next guy is definitely one of our favorite kids. His name is MARKELL. We met MARKELL 2 years ago in Memphis, and to say that MARKELL is a St. Jude rock star is the grossest understatement, because he really and truly is St. Jude's rock star. This kid was on a patient panel and just completely lit up the room. Now here's the thing with MARKELL, teenager, okay? So think about what your life was like when you were a teenager. MARKELL didn't have cancer once. MARKELL has had cancer 6 times. 6 times in 5.5 years that child has had cancer. He's had limbs amputated. He's been in and out of school, predominantly out of school. But you would never, ever know it when you talk to him, because he absolutely lights up a room. He has this slogan. It's called Team MARKELL all day, every day. And anybody who meets MARKELL will tell you they are Team MARKELL all day, every day. So The song we wrote for Markell, we actually, I was sitting in the hotel in Memphis. I think it was like the DoubleTree or something. I was looking outside and there's this beat. Because we just heard Markell talk, and then like this beat came to me because this kid kept getting knocked down. He would stand up and get knocked down, and stand up and get knocked down. I just kept hearing this beat. Over and over. Like this gospel riff came to me. Just give me a beat there, DJ. Just kept hearing.
There's a storm, darkness surrounds me. I pray for air. I pray for air. My shoulders crumble. This weight upon me is far too much for me to bear.
So, 2 years ago, we wrote the song. We had the opportunity to interview Markell. We were so excited because we love when we get to share these songs with the families. We can see like how much their story means to other people, because it's so important to know that you have like this army of people standing behind you in this fight. And right before we were supposed to interview Markell, it was the week of, we got a message from St. Jude saying Markell has fallen very ill. He's not going to be able to call into the radiothon. We were devastated. We were more devastated for him because this kid, here he is again. Like this is the 6th time of cancer, and we knew through the grapevine that he was in critically serious condition. So, year passed. Markell actually made it through it again somehow, like the song says, and the kid is undefeated. So last year for the radiothon, we finally got a chance to talk to Markell and present this song to him. And he was so happy about it. He was so excited. He was talking about this year that he's had. And he kept saying, he's like, you know what? Okay, I've had cancer 6 times. I've been fighting this for 5.5 years, but I am undefeated. I am Team Markell all day, every day. And interviewing that kid was like such an honor and such a privilege. One of our all-time favorite St. Jude stories, because this is the kid who's going to make it. And he was making it. And 2 weeks ago, on February 12th, Jaclyn and I got a text message from our friends in Memphis. And it said, hey, we hate to do this, we have to tell you that Markell didn't make it. Our undefeated kid isn't undefeated. But here's the deal. We are Team Markell anyway. And we're Team Markell all day, every day.